Welcome to part 2 of the Ben and Kelly Don't Go to the Movies Halloween Spooktacular.
Which was pretty necessary because your criteria for our trailers were unconventional horror movies.
Right.
Which, I mean, horror movies are generally not super conventional.
Well, no, but this is the really absurd, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it's outlandish, and there's enough to shake a stick at, or two.
All right, well, let's get to it.
Cool.
All right, well, from 2017, we have Velocipastor. It's about a priest who inherits the mysterious ability to turn into a dinosaur.
I'm just surprised this hasn't been made sooner. It makes sense to me.
Right? Well, and guess what?
What?
His hooker friend convinces him to use this to fight crime.
That's good.
Yeah,
okay.
Right?
It's got morals and biological transformations. I'm fascinated.
Okay, well, let's check and see what happens.
Where this music's coming from?
They followed me home. The Velocipastor. A troubled priest.
How long has it been since your last confession?
Oh, it's been about 2 years. I do drugs, sell drugs, murder people. The Velocipastor. A beautiful girl with a dark past.
Last night was amazing.
What are you talking about?
The time you turned into a dinosaur and ate someone.
What?
Dinosaurs.
You guys talk all the time about helping people. This might actually be the first time in your life you can.
By what? Killing people?
Yes!
Show me I mean anything to you. Show me you got better shit to do. Show me I'm the one disfigured like a mad caress that trigger. Show me I mean anything to you. Show me I mean anything to you.
The Velocipastor.
That's insane, Doug. God does not want people dead.
Oh, I think God wants a lot of people dead.
Oh boy.
Wow.
So there's a lot of work done in this. I'm going to give him credit for that.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Less polished than most of the stuff we've watched.
But it looked very action-packed.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be bored. And
No.
I will say that their dialogue actually had some pieces that I thought gave me some vibe or like was relevant enough to have versus just having people running around.
Right. Now, I'm going to say for a priest, he sure liked to run around a lot in public in his underwear.
I mean, yeah, but that's kind of it's really what kind of act you are, not what character you play at that point. Like if you were Tom Cruise and you were playing a crippled, disheveled, 90-year-old priest, he would still get up and run at some point in the movie because that's what Tom Cruise does.
Right.
Period. It just happens. You
I
have
mean,
no
that's
choice.
going to happen pretty soon with him. He's in about, 30 years, he's still going to be doing those movies,
And
right?
he's still going to be running dead sprint into a moving van to go to bingo.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, I just think this guy's high energy. And if he wants to beat up a bunch of ninjas with a spatula in his underwear, I think that's okay.
Okay.
It's not the worst thing. I'm not going to talk about priests anymore. Next.
Okay. Next movie. All right. Killer Klowns from Outer Space. It's on Hulu and Amazon Prime. It's on 2 services. There you go. Teenagers see a comet outside their dusty little town, and well, guess what?
It goes totally normal, and it turns out to be nothing.
No, it's aliens who look like circus clowns.
Oh, God. Okay, we're watching this.
All right, let's check
Yay.
out the trailer.
It was a night like any other night. Then something happened.
You see that?
Something different.
It's no shooting star.
Why here? Why now? Why clowns? They've been knocking them dead all over the universe.
What are you gonna do? Knock my block off?
Soon they'll be doing it at a theater near you.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Pizza?
Maybe they're just cruising through the galaxy and stopped here for a bite to eat.
You don't need a police pal, you need a psychiatrist. They want to play games? They're messing with the wrong guy.
What are you in for?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's crazy.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Film has gone places.
So, ask me one thing, though, or answer me one thing.
Okay.
What is the difference between these clowns and regular clowns?
I don't have a processing capacity right now to distinguish.
So are you one of those people that thinks clowns are creepy?
Oh, yeah. No, let's be clear. Everyone thinks clowns are creepy. Like, there's no, like, oh, what are you talking about? It's kind of more like how much of that is there in your brain that says, I'm absolutely not going to let this happen, or am I going to just kind of sit there and awkwardly allow this to happen? There's nothing okay with clowns.
No, it's, yeah. Oof.
I don't know who the clown folks are that are okay with clowns, unless you're like into a particular music genre. And then that's, I mean, they don't look normal anyway. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, they've been a circus tradition for how long?
yeah.
But then again, so was abusing animals, so.
Circuses don't have any problems with them at
no.
all. That's true. Why critique them now?
Yeah, like I said, abusing animals is a tradition with them too, so why, yeah.
So, meanwhile, I think it's a whole subject that I probably should research more, but I don't think it's going to be a better answer.
Okay.
Right? Like, sometimes you research something like, oh, I was totally way off on this whole, like, I don't know, pick something. Gypsies, you know, like little old women who live in the forest who eat children, kind of, you know, scary stories. And I was like, oh, well, that was kind of like racist.
Yeah.
And some other stuff.
Of course.
It was sketchy. But, you know, clowns, I don't know.
Would you watch it based on the trailer?
No, absolutely not.
No?
I watched plenty. I am your friend, and I watched this trailer all the way through just for you.
Just for me?
I will say that it's not my cup of tea.
Okay.
I like cringy movies. I'll watch Sharknado and Velocipastor all day long. I won't watch Killer Clowns, whether it's serious, ironic, artistic, whatever.
Okay.
I'm just going to have to pass.
Okay. Well, next up, it is a historical movie.
Yes. Wait, what? Why? I thought this was weird stuff. Is this real?
Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Slayer.
What? I didn't know he was a vampire slayer.
Well, we learn new things every day that the history books don't tell us.
I will say this was one of my favorite presidential themed movies. And I mean, there's not a ton to go off of because you basically have Air Force One. You have, I don't know what else. Help me out.
You can't even go by all the president's men because that was
Day.
anti-president. Dave? Is that a presidential movie?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. This is really showing my lack of history in film. But I will say this definitely has to be a subject of that category.
All right. Well, let's check out the trailer, see what we think.
Yeah.
History prefers legends to men, soaring speeches to quiet deeds. History remembers the battle and forgets the blood. Whatever history remembers of me, if it remembers anything at all, it shall only be a fraction of the truth. For whatever else I am, a husband, a lawyer, a president, I shall always think of myself, first and foremost, as a hunter.
Fourscore and 7 years ago.
There is darkness everywhere, Mr. Lincoln.
Our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
Vampires have been in the New World for centuries.
Now we are engaged in a great civil war. These brave men shall not have died in vain.
It's time vampires had a nation of our own.
This nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom. And the government of the people, by the people, for the people. Shall not perish from the earth, from the earth, from the earth, from the earth.
Oh man, straight
Wow.
up. This is what happens when you put critical race theory in schools. This is what you get.
This is not the Abraham Lincoln I learned about in history class.
Yeah. Am I wrong? But is this what everyone's worried we're going to end up believing if we start letting people read about what happened 100, 200 years ago?
Well, at the rate we're going of dropping the subjects out of school, I think it is. That's the scary part.
Oh, I will say this is probably, in my life, this was the most effective trailer I have watched. This is probably why we have this show.
Yeah.
Because I watched this trailer as like, take my money. I will watch this right now. I will pay double just because I'm into this.
Right.
I don't know why. I don't think it's a good movie. I just want to watch it.
But it looks like fun. I mean, that's
man.
the point of it, right?
I definitely was like, I'm going to buy the biggest thing of popcorn, soda. I got to take all the kids. We're going to learn about Abraham Lincoln.
That's right.
Forget Ford's Theater or whatever.
Right. Nope. He's going to get John Wilkes Booth himself.
Frankly, though, I felt like this movie did better than the trailer even.
Okay.
I will say, this is one of those like high expectations but met,
right,
yet exceeded kind of situations. It doesn't happen every day.
True.
And I don't know. Can you stream this? Is this available?
Yes, it's streaming on HBO Max as part of your subscription.
Oh man, bless you, HBO.
All right. So next is another series of films.
Series of films. Okay.
Series of films. Of course, we're all probably familiar with them, but it's Child's Play, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, and of course there's a remake of Child's Play, the original, and now there's actually even a series of it called Chucky on Peacock.
It's pretty successful.
That's a lot of Child's Play.
That sounds serious for Child's Play.
All right, let's check out the trailer.
Everyone has a birthday they'll always remember.
Can we open my presents now, Mommy? A good guy! I knew it! I'm Chucky.
He's something, isn't he?
This is Andy's.
Time for bed, Andy. Good night, baby.
Good night, Aunt Maggie. Good night, Chucky.
Everyone knows most accidents happen at home.
How did that happen?
This is no accident.
Andy!
I'm Detective Mike Norris, homicide.
Andy!
Miss Peterson's dead, Miss Barkley. She fell from the kitchen window.
Someone's moved in with the Barkley family, and so has terror.
Mommy, I know who was on the counter.
Andy!
Who, Andy?
Chucky.
Nobody believes you about Chucky.
He came alive in my hand.
Oh, for God's sake.
Why won't you believe me?
Because I'm sane, Mrs. Barkley. Sane and rational.
No one believes the truth. Or lives to tell it. There's nothing nice about murder. And there's nothing innocent about child's play.
Whoa.
That doll is naughty.
Whoa. Now, obviously, that was just the trailer for the first film.
Yeah. But definitely shows where they were headed with it.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, and they got several films and a series out of it, so.
I'll say give them credit for maybe toning back how serious this needed to be. Like
Right.
adding the comedy. I assume that happened later on. I'll tell you, as much as I know who Chucky is, most of my experience with this was nope. And that was about it.
Really?
Because I looked, yeah, no way. No, absolutely. I don't need to see a doll come axing people. It's
Okay.
just not
Not your type of film.
I'll watch serial killer, crime drama, suffering, pain and agony.
I mean,
breakups.
essentially, these are classics now. So you're telling me you've never watched a Child's Play film?
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure my parents were on the level of like, this is the devil kind
Oh,
of stuff.
okay.
So I didn't watch
yeah.
any of it. So then I had to go back and choose for myself what I would watch. So I've watched Halloween, I've watched Scary Movie, so on and so forth.
Right.
And I can watch them pretty regularly. I can have them on in the background. It's great music when you're trying to relax, but
Okay.
not Child's Play. Something
You
about
relax to like screams and shrieks?
That's what I'm saying. As
Okay.
opposed to Child's Play. Child's Play is the hard line of you just don't go there. I don't know why.
Okay, it's kind of like the clown concept.
Yes. Clowns, dolls. I will say there was a Annabelle not too long ago, and I was
Right.
like, I can watch this. It wasn't terrible, but it had it been more animated of an animal monster
Right.
thing, I would be like, ugh.
Honestly,
big
I
mistake.
think those like early turn of the century dolls like Annabelle, those dolls just look creepy
Yes.
anyway.
So there's that kind of like haunted, weird, creepy, and then
Yeah.
there's something that's just like, I don't want to even pretend it's kind of alive, because then I'm going to go into a kid's room and they're going to have like a Cabbage Patch Kid or whatever they play with now, and I'll punch it
Right.
in the face.
Oh.
I will end it.
And then your kid will be sad because you punched
it's like,
it in the
I
face.
I don't need that kind of like violent association in my life. It's not
Okay.
necessary.
Okay. True. Well, thank you for joining us for our
was
Halloween
lovely.
spooktacular.
Great time to get all episodic.
Yeah, you like that laugh?
You're doing good.
Thanks. Thanks.
We'll continue
Appreciate
to
it.
progress here. We're going to have another show?
Of course. We'll have a show next week, won't we?
Yes.
Okay. We'll see you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Follow us on our web, www.bennettclayshow.com, or follow us on Facebook. I'll kill you. been the cat, Molly, and I go movies. Yeah, I am. Okay, I'm on to. I like it. We're all fun. Yeah, I'm your home. La la la. And I go in movies. I wanna say home. Ben the carry, say home. Yeah, you do. I know da 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 da.